Yeah, what's up with it? Do it cause I love it and I stuck with it. We ain't with the subbing in the cut with it. Please, none of the talks, I heard enough of it. Like, what you gonna do? Where you at? Who you with? You ain't really about this, don't talk about it. Really on the move, on the map, never slip. Keep your hands to your lips, don't talk about it. Real eyes, real lies all the time. Stand on it, if we said it, we don't walk around it. Loose lips, sink ships, red cup, blue strips, new phone, who this? No, we don't allow it. Really on go, I don't know what's an off day. Now we on road, came from smoking in the hallway. Now we got.
Welcome in, everybody. Thank y'all for watching TK's Chronicles of a Black Sheep podcast tonight. We are definitely here and excited for tonight's episode. So, DJ, how you doing today?
I'm doing. I'm here. Excited to get this information, this knowledge. That's about it for me.
Most definitely. DA, how about you?
I'm good. Nah, they gave me my money back for my damn wings.
You know you be the only one out of all three of us that be having food issues, right?
Bro, I guess they trying to tell me something. They probably trying to tell me my fat ass need to go on a diet. I ain't gonna say fat because somebody told me I had a what they say? I had a pleasantly plump shape for a big man. I said, I don't know if to take that as a compliment to choke the shit out you, but I'm gonna go with the first one.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's probably safer for everybody. What's going on, Hope? What's up, Q? Welcome. Thank y'all for
I'm gonna go ahead and do that though. Hey everybody, how y'all?
Yes, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. I hope y'all have y'all pencil, pen, paper together so that y'all can take notes and get all this wonderful and necessary information.
Yep.
Because it is going to be some stuff that we know we need and have been needing. We've been wanting to have this episode for the last few years, but trying to find somebody that is up on financial literacy and that will show up has been very hard to do. So I'm even more excited to have this episode tonight, and even blessed that I have a co-host that always knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Because baby, D be on it, DJ be on it on helping find us some guests that can definitely want to add to the podcast and add to us. So I definitely love that. Without further ado, I'm going to bring our guest on tonight. I'm going to let her tell you about herself. So here we have tonight Miss Tammy Genwright. Hey, Tammy.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
Doing great. How about you?
I'm so happy to be here. This is something I've been trying to do for a long time as well. I do this stuff for my family and friends. And then everybody would say, you need to tell people, you need to help people, you need to, and me, I was scared, like, well, I don't want to, but I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I was vice president at Bank of America for 7 years. Before that, I was an assistant vice president at Synchrony Bank, Charter One Bank, and National City Bank, which is now PNC. And I say that because the whole time I was with them banks, I was like, I want to learn. But the more I learned, the more I found out this ain't right. Like we were the victims.
Well,
like the money plan, I found out, was not for us. They were trying to keep it from us. So as I moved up the ladder, I got invited to more important meetings where they were telling a few more secrets and all that kind of stuff. And then over the years, I was just like, okay, Lord, you right. I got to get out here. And especially now, with everything going on with this fool in office, forgive me if you voted for him, but it is what it is. We got to learn God's way because he had the plan all along. But we decided we was going to follow what everybody else was doing, hoping that it would benefit us. And it didn't. The more we try to keep up with them, the more we in credit card debt, the more we ain't got no money. Right now, the way the world is about to happen, we got to be what's called off the grid. We got to make our money on the side, under the table. I don't mean criminal under the table, but we have
Glad you clarified.
You know, it's some Christian folks on here. I had to get it straight. But I mean off the grid. And what I mean by that is one of the main things I learned long ago was that we need to get into precious metals, gold. And I'm going to go into a little more about that. But all the time I was working in there, I found out they want every drop of my time, every drop of my energy, every drop of my creativity. All my ideas went to them. That could have been my own business. I was getting myself together. And so the plan was that we're going to be so tired that we can't build our own businesses. We can't have our own stuff. So we got to change that today. Our job cannot be our one and only source of income. That's just got to be one of 7. The Bible says 7 streams. We need one of 7, and I don't mean 7 jobs. So we're going to talk about that in just a second. I wrote a book.
So, Miss Tammy, I will say.
Yes.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go right ahead.
Go ahead. No, please.
Oh, I was just saying, I wrote a book, and I have a series and a class, and it's called What's in Your Hand. And it's based on Bible verses that talk about when Moses was afraid to go out to the people. He said, I stutter. I can't go out here. Nobody's going to listen. And that's the way I felt. But God said, what's in your hand? What did I already give you that you can build wealth on? You don't need all this other stuff, okay? Because right now, on Christ, the solid rock we stand, everything else is sinking sand. And we sinking, okay? So yes. I wanted to bring up the first slide, if I could, to kind of, the book is going to tell you God's plan for money, how everything else is built against us, how everything else is built for us to fail. If you think they're going to bring us over here on a ship and then we're going to be their slaves, and then in 50 years we're going to be equal and they're going to pay us enough to live next door to them, we got to do it ourselves. So right now, this is what how most of us feel. I did everything I was told. When I was at the bank as a VP of the bank, making well over 6 figures, I was broker than ever before, trying to follow them, trying to go in the 401k. And they would say, oh, your 401k is down because 9/11, because of COVID. Why is somebody coughing? What does that have to do with my money? And money is currency. So trust me, if it left you, it went to somebody else. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, you just lost your money. But keep your money in there, because as long as it stays there, you'll get it back. Well, if I give you $5 and then I give you another $5 next week, that's 10. But if I give you $5 and somebody snatch it from you, then I give you 5 again, I'm still on the same 5. So that's what I'm here to talk about today. Can you go to the next slide for me, TK?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Where we at? Hold on.
So what I want us to do is have a mind shift. This was a plan, okay? For us to, you're saying we're no longer going to be slaves. We're going to give y'all jobs. We're going to let you sit over there. We're going to let you get a job. We're going to let you get married, have kids. We're going to let you go to school. We're going to let you do all these things and make you think you're a part of us. You're not. It was a plan. Okay, we may not be in the cotton fields, but we still in slavery on the jobs. We still in slavery in our minds about how to build this wealth. It ain't buying $1,500 purses. It ain't buying all of that, because we making other people rich while we struggling to pay for stuff. Okay, the next one. So this plan was for us to think we not in slavery no more. But what they do is push all their products on us, and we the main ones to buy them. So this slide right here is talking about, it came from the U.S. Census Bureau, and it talks about the American financial plan and how it is not working. But we keep following it. So it says out of every 100 people at age 65, only one is wealthy. So if we in this American dream where it's the land of the free and we're the richest country in the world, out of 100 people, only one became wealthy by age 65, and we did everything they told us to do. 4 have enough money to retire comfortably. So that means 95% of all Americans, number one, got to still be working after age 65. 63 of them are on Social Security, charity, or help from relatives. 29 of them just worked till they keeled over and died. Okay, so if 95% of all Americans cannot retire, we doing something wrong. Because even the people that made the plan
And now,
ain't retiring
for
well.
clarification purposes, we're talking about all Americans, not just Black Americans.
For this one, we're talking about all
Yes.
Americans. Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you for that. I'm
Yes,
glad
ma'am.
you said that, because even that's what I meant by even the people that made the plan, still they fall under this. 95% of us are broke at retirement or still got to work, still holding on. Okay, so I'm trying to get us to see a different way. Can you hit the next slide for me, TK? So many of us, when we get money, we say, oh my God, I'm about to go to a financial advisor. And I'm not saying don't do that. But what I am saying is what I saw at Bank of America, they would invite people in. So let's say Fidelity, E-Trade, Charles Schwab. They would invite all of our Merrill Lynch financial advisors out to eat, take them on vacation, give them a whole bunch of money, and they'll say, we have a new product. And if we give you $5,000 for every person you put in this annuity or this IRA or this 401k, we will give you an additional $5,000 on top of your commission. So I've seen little old ladies with their last little $10,000 coming to the bank because somebody told them, go get a financial advisor. Please know, they don't have your best interests in mind. They get paid off what you keep with them. So that's why they say, ooh, don't pull your money out, because they get a percentage of what you keep with them. They are also getting kickbacks from the banks, from Fidelity, to push their product. And I'm saying all of these financial things, the 401ks, they're products. That's somebody trying to sell you something. So they getting money on the front end, they getting money on the back end. Then all while you're in there, they're feeing you to death. Every time you do a transaction, every time you call to say, hey, I need to check on my money, I need to talk to somebody, you're getting feed. They're taking 3 to 5, sometimes up to 10% of your money. Not to mention, if the market goes down, they're taking that too. Okay? Not to mention, if you come in to try to get some of your money, you're going to be penalized. You're going to be taxed to death. So how is that for us? Now, I'm not telling you not to go to a financial advisor. Let me be clear. What I'm saying is know your stuff and know what you're doing before you go on it. Don't let them advise you. You advise them. You go around and you do your research about your money. I don't want anybody on here letting somebody control their money. Because I see a lot of people say, like, with my bills, I just let them go automatic. I don't let nobody automatically go in my bank account because they take it when they get ready to. So if you don't have it or you ain't ready, they're taking the money out of your account on the day where you might be the brokest ever. So the control over your own money is important. Now, most jobs will say you have to get in their 401k. They're making you do that. And they'll say, oh, well, because we want to make sure you don't spend all your money. You're trying to control my money and you can't control yours. So that left me in a position with Bank of America that you're giving me my money in a paycheck, but then you're making me give it right back to you. So that was a problem for me. And then when it sinks, when the bank is sinking, all of that, they put all your money in their stock, giving it right back to them. We've got to control our own money, ladies and gentlemen, especially now.
Yeah.
Can you go to the next slide for me?
Any questions, y'all type? Any questions? Y'all have any questions? Type your questions in the comments and we will get those questions answered. So if y'all have any questions while she's speaking, type them in the comments and we'll get to those.
So let's talk about this 401k that everybody's putting their money in. I'm saying you should not. It's the worst investment ever. The worst thing you can do with your money. And here's just a few of the reasons why. I wrote a book called Say No Way to the 401k. So if anybody wants to get that, it'll go into more detail. But this is a overview of what you'll find in there. Number one, you have no idea what's happening to your money. Nothing. And by law, they don't have to tell you. There are 27 fees that come out of your money when you're in the 401k. They don't have to tell you about it. When you have this 401k, you could try all you want to add up your money. Because let's say I'm going to put in $200 every 2 weeks. Well, if I put in $200 every 2 weeks, at the end of the year, I should have this much. Your math will never add up. The second thing is the 401k holds my money till I'm 59 and a half. If I need my money before that, I get penalized. Well, life goes on. I can't give you my money for 59 years. And then I'm sitting here eating a cheese sandwich, trying to make it to work for 59 years. God says every dime you make should be making more money for you, investing, building more money for you so you can take the money you just built, take that and build something else. Because our goal is to get to 7 streams of income coming into your household without you working for it. Okay? Number 3, hedge funds managers are living off your money. They're investing. The 401k has the worst investments ever. It's just a garbage can full of the bottom ones that they just throw in there, give them to companies and force you to get in it. So if your company offers you a company match, I ain't against nobody giving me no money, take it, but they offer you 5%, you don't put no more than 5% of your money in that. No more. The rest of your money needs to be working, because I don't want to be 59 and a half before I can get my money. Right. The other thing is the average 401k only gives you about 0.5% on your money per year once you get rid of the fees.
So speaking on the percent, like, I was told, like, talking to different people that are in your position. First of all, your resume is phenomenal. I
Praise
should
the
be mad
Lord.
at you because you work for Bank of America and they got me for some money, but I ain't gonna hold it against you. So I'm gonna be good tonight.
Okay, all right.
But I was talking to a bunch of people that deals with money, and one thing they said about the 401k, which you kind of hit on, is like the return is like 0.5% a year, and their thing was they look at it like this: if you get 0.5% of your return for your 401k, and you line that up with whatever inflation is, then you're gonna see how much you're losing. So, like, example they used was like he said, if inflation is 8% and you put money in the 401k and you only get a half, he said a percent at the time. He said you're starting off 7% behind everybody else already.
Already, you in the hole, and you letting somebody hold your money for you when you could be out here investing in real estate. Because if, let's say you make 50,000 a year, you only getting 0.5% off the little 10% you putting in there. By the time, and they'll say, oh, well, by the time you get 60, you're gonna have so much money. But let's think about it. We've had COVID, we've had 9/11, we've had all these different things. We have Trump in office where the stock market is plummeting. Life is going to go on. And what the lie they're trying to feed you is that as life goes on, that's an excuse to take your money. COVID plummeted everybody's investments because we coughing. That don't make no sense to me. That doesn't connect at all. I should not be losing my life savings because we coughing. There's no connection there at all. So with this 401k, that's the worst of all of them. This is the worst one. You might as well throw it up in the air. The final thing that I'll share with you today is that they tell you that the 401k is good because you will defer your taxes until you retire. And your taxes will be lower then. You'll be in a lower tax bracket. That's a lie. We're in the lowest tax bracket, even though it's still bad, that we've ever been in. And you know, Trump, that's one thing them rich folks don't want. They don't want no taxes. So they're going to lower the taxes. When I get 75 and 80, you don't know what your tax thing is going to be. But all I know is I've been looking at building up my money for the last 40 years. And when I turn 65 to get ready to take it out, you're going to whack half of it and take it. You're going to take it at a time when I can't rebuild it. I'm old. I'm tired. I can't go back to work at Walmart and be standing up in the door saying, how you doing? Because I am older and I can't go back into the workforce. But I planned for 600,000, but when they take the taxes out, I got 300,000. Can we go to the next slide?
Okay,
We got a
before
question.
we go,
Okay, I'm sorry.
You good? So, first
answered
question:
one of them
what
already.
if your employer is matching your 401k?
Yes.
Yeah, she answered that one on.
If your employer is matching your 401k, get that money. Get that money. If they match it 5%, you put 5% in. If they match it 10, you put 10% of your paycheck in. But don't put every dime you have in this 401k. And certainly, now you can make some money in the 401k, but you're not really making money. It's just out of your hands to go sit somewhere and pile up. They haven't given you anything but that 0.5%. They probably taken more. And like DA also said, inflation gonna eat that up. So 401k can be used if your company is matching. My Bank of America match 5%. I have my little 5% over there, but that is it. They don't get no more of my money because the Bible says that money needs to be working for you all along. In the 401k, it's just sitting there. It might as well be under your bed. And as a matter of fact, you're losing in the 401k as a source of retirement. We cannot live off this 401k. In my seminar that's coming soon, I'm gonna go deep dive into that, about how people have lost their life savings. Bernie Madoff. Anybody remember that guy, Bernie Madoff?
Yeah.
I'm 75 years old now. We got to fix this before we get old. We got to fix this now. 7 streams is what the Bible says, even 8. That could be stock options. That could be real estate. That could be precious metals. We really need to get into gold, because I have a pile of gold in a safe in my closet. And when everything goes down, I can go to the airport at the coin exchange, money exchange place, cash in my money, and that gold is worth 100 times more than the dollar bill.
Okay, little leprechaun. I see you.
Come on,
I got
call me a
you.
leprechaun. Hey, look at here. A pot of gold, baby, a
I
pot
see.
of gold.
Okay.
And that gold is real money, no matter where you go. Not like the cryptocurrency. And we're
Right.
gonna get into that too. That ain't
I got a
real money.
quick question. Question. I know. Well, we can come back to it. Keep going. I'll just come back to it.
Okay. Can we
there
go
was
to the next
another
slide,
question.
TK?
Right.
Another question that came up, it says,
Okay.
what's your take on high interest savings accounts?
They're okay. But again, no matter how high it is, you're not going to beat inflation in a basic savings account.
Right.
But it's better than you spending it on a Birkin bag, okay? It's okay, but it's so many other things that could be multiplying your money way faster than a regular savings account. Like what I would use that for is if I know I got a bill coming up, like my property taxes, then I'll put them in a money market all year so I can earn some interest on it, because I don't escrow my taxes, because that's them earning interest on my money. I don't like nobody controlling my money and flipping my mortgage every month. I don't know what my mortgage is going to be. I don't like that. That's just me. But I put it in when I get my income tax, I already put my money aside for my property taxes. I put it in a high interest savings, a money market, and let it build up. So by the end of the year, I not only have I paid my taxes, I done made a little money. But then I start all over again the next year for my next year's taxes. But it's not something that I would think you can just keep in there forever and think you're going to beat inflation. Okay. One of the other things about the 401k is when they always say it'll defer your taxes, so you don't have to pay your taxes on it now. That's actually the worst thing that you can do. Because right now, while you're working, pay the taxes you owe. Because when I get 65, all my money needs to be mine. I ain't working no more, so why am I paying taxes? So here is a view of your taxes while in retirement. You're going to pay higher taxes in retirement because you're going to lose your 4 highest tax deductions and credits. So right now, you can deduct your children. You can deduct your home, the interest on your home, the utilities you pay in your home, any repairs in your home, your mortgage. You can write all of that off and get money at the end of the year. You're also now, they're going to limit your 401k and IRA contributions. So you can't deduct that. And then also I make charitable deductions. I pay tithe to my church. Well, my income's going to be lower, so the amount I pay is going to be lower. So the amount of tax deductions that I have are going to be lower, which means a higher amount of my income is left available for the government to tax. So the 401k is horrible. And this is by design. Try to read a prospectus. You'll never be able to read it or understand it. That's by design. They want you to wait till you get 65 years old and then realize, uh-oh, I made a mistake. I should have did this 15 years ago. I should have did this 20 years ago. But now you've retired. Your income is less. You got medical issues. Hopefully you don't, praise God, but some do. So now you at the point that all you have is your little old Social Security and half the money that you thought you were going to have. So that's why people go, okay, well now I got to go up here to the church and see if they can help me with my utilities. And then on top of that, your home is older. So now your home is going to start falling apart and you don't have the money to fix it. The 401k is horrible. But if they make you do it to the side as one of your streams of one of your 7, not your retirement plan. Okay, we can go to the next slide. I'm sorry.
So I got a
Come on, I got you.
Ask the question, sir.
just just looking at how you breaking down the retirement piece about that. I didn't honestly. So I'm retired military, and I'm trying to retire again if I can in the next couple years. But anyway, I didn't realize that your house, you lose that deduction when you retire.
You lose a lot of it.
Okay.
You lose a lot of it because by that time you've probably paid off the mortgage. And if you pay off the mortgage, then you're going to lose the deduction on the mortgage interest. But that's okay because I don't have a mortgage.
Okay.
So if I don't have a mortgage, my mortgage say was $1,500, the deduction on the mortgage interest might have been $400. So I'm good with that. I don't have a mortgage. But at this point, if you've been in your house 30 years and your house is paid for, it's probably starting to need some major repairs. Mm-hmm. And that's where we get into a point where we need help from family. We need assistance from the church. We need assistance from here. We got medical bills coming in, the house falling apart around us. It's a vicious cycle. So the other reason why the 401k is horrible with this delaying your taxes is because now even your Social Security is going to be taxed. So my little $1,200-$1,500 a month that I'm getting now will be taxed. So the type of income down here, this bottom sentence, that contributes to these thresholds is called your provisional income. So go to the next slide for me there, TK. So this is what is considered provisional income. 1/2 of your Social Security, any distributions taken out of your 401ks, IRAs, SEP, KEOs, any 1099 interest granted from bank accounts and investments. If you have to go back and get another job, they will tax your Social Security almost dollar for dollar. So if you go get a job and make $50, then they're going to take, I think, $25 from your Social Security. And then any income from rental properties or real estate and any interest in municipal bonds. That's everything. I can't make no money. If I make a dime, you're going to take 8 cents. This is by design. So we got to get off this roller coaster that is stopping you from progressing past it. Every time you take one step, there's something that's going to bring you back 2 or 3. Go to the next one. I think this might be the last one. But no, I think it's one more after that, or 2 more. So again, just making this point clear, your provisional income,
damn,
if you make less than $32,000 a year, go back.
Sorry.
Yeah, if you make less than $32,000 a year, you won't have any, your income is tax-free. But if you make $32,000 and $1, 50% is taxed. You make more than 44, 85% is taxed. You can't win in this system that they created for them and not for you. Okay, go to the next one.
Girl, you got me over here thinking of the Wiz with Michael Jackson. You can't win.
Come on, DA. Come on, DA.
Get out of the game.
So Warren Buffett says, if you don't find a way to make some money while you sleep, you're going to work till you die. Go to the next one. And that's what is happening. So That's why I became my own bank. My bank is in there in the closet. And I started saving in gold. You can start in small amounts, just a little bit at a time, just like you would put a little bit at a time into a 401k. Go to the next one, TK.
So since we talking about gold, like, oh, you gonna get into that? It looked like you might get into it later. Okay, never mind.
Yep, I'm gonna get into it a little bit. So gold is lawsuit proof. Oh, I got a typo in there. I'll fix it. Gold is lawsuit proof because nobody knows I have it except y'all in my closet. Okay. Gold is historically and biblically money. It cannot go to zero value. All the banks are hoarding all the gold because our dollar is literally not money. It's a note. It's a Federal Reserve note.
That's
and it
backed
used
by gold.
to say if to be cashed in for $1 worth of silver to represent that silver. Now it says nothing. It ain't based on nothing. It's financial insurance in case with all this technology. I don't know if anybody, I know my family's here from Michigan. Back in the 90s, they had the whole blackout, like the Northeast, New York to Michigan, blackout.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was blacked out. The banks weren't working.
I remember
nothing was working. Guess what? I went right in my closet, got my little gold, drove out of town, went to a nearby airport, cashed it in, and I had me some money while everybody else was starving to death. Gold is portable and it provides legacy wealth. You can leave it to your kids and it continues to build in value. All they got to do is go in your closet. Go to the next one, TK. Gold holds its value. While it's in my closet in 1950, 30 ounces of 24 karat gold would buy this truck. Now in 2018, which is an old slide, I've been using it for a few years. 2018, that same 30 ounces of gold will buy that truck. So it holds its value. Our money is dropping. So that's why it takes more of our money to buy a car because the value is dropping. Gold stays the same or builds up in value. Now, let me be clear. I'm not talking about gold commodities in the stock market. That goes up, down, up, down. That's just people saying, I think gold is going to go up. I think gold is going to go down. You're just betting on people's bets on gold. That is not the same as having a piece of gold in my hand in the closet. So I can be off the grid. I ain't never broke because I can go in my closet. But I wouldn't recommend you spending it, nickel and diming it just for emergencies or just to, once I get 30 ounces of gold, that's $42,000. I can drop that on an apartment building. So that's how I want us to be thinking. Right now, in a minute, I won't need a bank for nothing. I can go in my closet. And if they say, well, we need $42,000 cash, okay, I can do that. This is what will get us to the next level, ladies and gentlemen. Having money that don't nobody know about but you. Because everything else that's in the system, they're going to find a way to tax it. Now with all the technology, they can hack into it, they can take it, they can steal it. But right now, we've got to do something different off the Trump grid that he don't know about. Is that the last slide? I think that's the last one.
Let me see. Yep, that's the last one.
Okay, so we can go to the 7 streams. So our plan, which is God's plan of how we're going to handle these next few years of building our wealth without this 401k. Like I said, if you got the 401k, keep it, but lower the amount you put in there to what they give you, what they match, and don't make that your be all to end all. Make that one stream of income, just one. So right now, if we look at this document, that I created and trademarked, just so you can have a visual of God's plan of how you should be handling your money. There's 3 major steps. So in my book, I go in more depth. There's actually 7 or 8, but I'm going to tell you the 3 major ones. And then we're going to talk about what you're going to do in each step to start building that wealth. Because a 401k is going to hide your money and keep it away from you for too long when it needs to be working for you. That money don't need to be, it's working for somebody else, not for you. Trust me, they're getting paid off your money, living well. And we just waiting on our little 0.5%. Okay. So the top, if we're going to start at the top, and if anybody have your Bible, pull it on out. I did the NIV. Oh, I can't see. I need my glasses. Hold on.
I'm ready.
This is a crime shame. I need my glasses.
Let me open up my word real quick.
Come on.
Where we at?
So Genesis 41. This is embarrassing. Genesis 41, 34 through 36. It says, let Pharaoh appoint commissioners over the land to take 1/5 of your harvest of Egypt during the 7 years of abundance. So if there's 7, God is telling us, if there's 7 years of abundance, that means there's some years. If he had to point that out, that means it's going to be some bad years. It's going to be some lean years. Okay. He's telling us this. So he wants us to be prepared for that. So it can be lean for everybody else. It don't need to be lean for us all the time. Okay. So it says they should collect all the food of these good years that are coming in and store up the grain under the authority of Pharaoh to be kept in the cities for food. This food should be held in reserve for the country to be used during the 7 years of famine that will come upon Egypt so that the country may not be ruined. So what that's saying is you're going to have 7 good years and then followed by some bad years. So the next slide, the next Bible verse.
You know what? That's interesting.
Yeah.
You said that because now I'm thinking about it. Because if you could match that between, and I'm not being political, but if you look at the Obama years,
yeah,
then the Trump years, you had 7 straight. Because the first year of Obama was rough, and then we got on top the last 7. Okay. All right. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
You with me, DA?
I'm picking up what you putting down.
Come on.
Pick it up, buddy. Pick it up.
So the Bible is letting you know these times with Trump is not an accident. He had to be in there. If you look at Revelation 15, this dude is the Antichrist, straight up. Okay. So these things have been predestined. He already knew it years ago that Trump was going to get in office. We're horrified by it, but it's part of the world. It's part of the history. It was already destined. So now he's telling us what to do about it. Prepare for this famine. So when things were good, we should have put away 1/5. That's 20% of our income. So we saying tithe 10%, and then another 10% for us. I don't pay nobody till I pay to God and I pay me. Nobody gets paid before me. I don't care. Even if it's $25 to put over somewhere, I pay God first, me second. Then all my bills and whatever else comes out of what's remaining. And praise God, since I'm consistent with my tithing, I always got enough. It always stretches. It always gives me everything I need. Praise you, God. All right, let's go to the left. So Ecclesiastes 11:1-6, it says, cast your bread upon the water, for you will find it after many days. That means take this 20% that you put aside for yourself and invest it in something, not no 401k. Okay, in verse 2, invest in 7 ventures. Yes, even in 8. For you do not know what disaster may come upon the land. If the clouds are full of water, they pour rain on the earth. Whether a tree falls to the south or to the north, In the place where it falls, there it will lie. What that's saying is rain is going to come up on the just and the unjust. There's no way to avoid the years of famine. There's no way to avoid things happening in life. That's life. It's just going to happen. But God is saying, be prepared. Those 7 and 8 ventures, like I got a list here. It could be real estate, wholesaling, teaching what you know, podcasts like TK, DJ, and DA doing. This is amazing. Stock options, not just the stock, but the options. My brother-in-law was training me on that. I thank God for him. Courses, design, things like that. If you do hair, if you do nails, if you cook, if you sing, you need to make that a business, a legitimate business. But definitely my gold is my silver, and anything else that you decide to do that is a part of your gift and your purpose on this earth. All right, number 4, whoever watches the wind will not plant. Whoever looks at the clouds will not reap. What that means, if you go, ooh, girl, I can't start no business now, Trump in office. Ooh, the economy bad. You keep coming up with excuses, you ain't gonna have nothing. God said, do it anyway, because that's what I commanded you to do. Start doing your 7 ventures. I don't care who in office. I don't care what building blew up. I don't care if it's COVID. You do it anyway. It's a command. This was not a suggestion. Cast your bread upon the water. Invest in 7 or 8 ventures. Then if we go to number 5, it says, as you do not know which way the wind will go, you cannot understand the work of God, who is the maker of all things. So we don't understand how Trump got in here, why that could happen. But what he's saying is these going to be years of famine. So this is what I need you to do. Sow your seed in the morning and in the evening so that your hands are not idle. For you do not know which of your ventures will succeed, whether this or that, or whether both will do equally well. So he's saying you can't have one job and make it no more. You can't have a job and a side hustle. You can't have 3 jobs. You're going to kill yourself. You're going to be too tired to worry about your money. So it's the ventures, the investment that he wants you to do. If you look at the middle, this middle circle here in the middle, number 1 will be your job, okay? But you need to fill in these other 6. Now let's hit this third one, Leviticus 26, 3, 5 through 10. It says, if you follow my decrees and are careful to obey my commands, I will send rain in its season, and the ground will yield its crops and the trees their fruit. Your threshing will continue until grape harvest, and your grape harvest will continue until planting. You will eat all the food you want and live in safety in your land. I will look on you with favor and make you fruitful and increase your numbers, and I will keep my covenant with you. You will still be eating last year's harvest when you have to move it out of the way to make room for the new. Okay? So, right here, if you look at this circle, I just want you to visualize it, how your money should be going. Your job is going to take you to number 2. You're going to be planting number 2, which means whatever investment you're going in, you're getting ready to build that up. You're going to research it. You're going to figure it out. You're going to take you a little bit of money and put it in. If you got $100, get started, because that 100 is going to turn into 2, going to turn into 10. Otherwise, that one little $100 you got going to be in the back of your pocket worth 50, and you're going to spend it at McDonald's. Okay? Start. Just get started. So that's your second. As you're planting that, threshing means your waiting period. You waiting for that stock to hit. You waiting for that your apartment building to fill up with people so you can get it in. Your waiting period. No matter what you do, there's going to be a waiting period. That's why your 7 streams are going to overlap. Because by the time number 2 is done waiting, it's going to blow up in harvest. And guess what? Now I'm about to start I'm going to take the harvest from number 2, and I'm going to start my number 3. and I'm gonna have to wait on number 3, but that's okay because I got the money that just came in from the harvest of number 2. Y'all following me?
Yes, ma'am. So quick
Let me
question.
know y'all here.
No, yeah, I'm with you. I'm
right.
taking some good notes and all that.
Come on, DJ. Come
Uh-huh.
on, DJ.
And I'm following along in the Bible too. I'm with you.
Yes.
There you
So
go.
God is saying everything I'm gonna do for you is gonna overlap over the other one. You ain't finna have one stream of income. You're gonna have 7, and they're gonna hit at different times of the year. It's gonna be coming. Your number 2 is gonna cash in while you waiting on number 3. And then while you waiting on number 3, you're gonna start
from the
planting number 4.
A quick question from the comments. She said that she's married, and should her and her husband both have 7 streams, or is it a conjoined effort? And also, there's a question about where to purchase your book.
So for right now, my husband and I were together in the 7 streams, but look, my husband done started an 8th one on his own. So we bought. So have your own. Because and speaking of my husband, it was so funny when we first got married. He thought I was straight crazy because I was telling him about this. He worked for AT&T for 42 years, so his money was coming strong, right? And one day he said he used to work a lot of overtime, and one day he said, "Oh boy, we ain't gonna have no money because AT&T done cut my overtime." I said, "No, but we're not gonna have no money from AT&T. But we about to have these other streams." And from when he said that 10 years ago, 12 years ago, something like that, I was like, oh no, not no one job gonna stop no show. You can't, because you don't like me, I'm on your nerves or whatever. I didn't do the report right or whatever. You're not gonna mess up my livelihood. We're going to have our harvest coming in from number 3 while we plant number 4. Okay. So that could be. Oh, there was another question. I'm sorry. Somebody else said.
The question was about your book. What?
Oh, yes. Okay, so my book is on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. I also have, thank you so much for asking. I appreciate that. I also have a stand store. Val, can you put that in the comments? Where I have all my smaller ebooks. So they're ebooks about the 401k, ebooks about cryptocurrency. There is a journal that you can have all these Bible verses that I use to put this together. And that accompanies the book. And it's just $9. So if you wanted to get the journal too, to kind of keep track of the chapters in the book, that would be so helpful. So while we're on here, I want you guys to really think about what your second stream is going to be and get that bad boy rolling. Get it rolling. While that one's building, then we're going to get all the way to number 7. But if you do this right, there's only one where you're going to have to get up and go to work in the morning. And one of my ebooks is establishing your exit strategy, how to get out of that. Because once you get to 7 streams, you don't need to work no more. I ain't there yet. I'm almost there. Praise Jesus. But you don't need to work anymore. But what he did do was take me away from the job that was stressing me out, working 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. And he gave me a position of developing business and finance in some of the school districts here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area so that the kids can learn this. And it's a quarter of the money I was making. But praise God, it ain't made no difference because I got the other streams working in harvest and threshing and planting. They in all different times of the year. So I was able to take a pay cut and go somewhere to do good where God want me to teach the kids coming up on not to have the same value system of money that was planted into us, to change minds. So I thank you all so much for your time. If there are any questions, I thank you so much for Oh, yes. I can go on Amazon and do the Amazon link for you. Oh, Valencia, can you do that for me? My friend Valencia is on here, and she's gonna do. I think she can. I don't even know if she can hear me. If she's on here, let me just double check. I think I saw her on here.
Yeah, she was.
Okay, yeah, I thought I saw her on here. I thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Are there any other questions?
So
Yeah, we still have a few more minutes.
I'm about to say, you start because you got me taking notes. Now, you started with seven streams, but you only stopped at 3.
Oh, so I was listing some possible 7 streams.
Got it.
Because we don't want no money that we
Right.
got to go hustle for no more.
Right. Okay.
Because in Proverbs it says God will give you wealth without the toil and sorrow added to it. And you know, we hustling every day for this money. So one of the things is, what is something that you love and enjoy? Because we don't want to give up our time and our creativity to a job making them wealthy no more. And
Right.
some people may say, I literally just can't quit no job right now. That's not something I could do. That's fine. Whatever money you had going in that 401k, take it down to 3 to 5% if they're giving you money. You put that money back in your pocket and you start building your business. Like I said, if you're a chef, you start getting that stuff out on social media. You start doing meals. But the main things that money coming in that you ain't even got to work for is the stock options, not the stock. Stock options, which my brother-in-law introduced me to, and I thank God for him every day. The options say whether that stock goes up or whether it goes down, I'm making money. The stock, if it goes down, you have lost your money.
Right.
Stock options will allow you to say, I think this stock is going to go down. If it goes down and I'm correct, then I've doubled and tripled my money in a matter of days, not years, not months. I've been on the phone with my brother-in-law, and within an hour and a half, he done made $500. I mean, not to tell your business, brother-in-law, I'm sorry. But
I got a real quick question before can we get brother-in-law on the show?
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say your next episode need to be with my brother-in-law. So yes,
okay, so we'll talk about that at the end of this.
Right after we done, TK.
Yeah.
Because
quick question.
He was able to break it down so that I could understand it.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, shut your mouth. It's on and popping. So the stock, let them have that. I mean, you know, you're going to have your IRAs and things like that. But if you just out there strictly in stock, putting all your money in these stocks, the risky stocks, we're not doing that no more. Don't do that anymore. Because our money we fight too hard to get our money. We fight way too hard to get our money. Do I see Valencia? I don't see it out there. Do you see it, TK?
She was on here earlier. She might have left.
Let me
posted
put it out here in the comments.
So I got another question too.
Hold on, DA, because DJ had a question.
Oh, you did? My bad. My fault.
No. I'll save mine for a little bit later. Go ahead, DA.
Okay.
So
and then let's talk about this cryptocurrency, right? So right before Trump got in office, he put out a cryptocurrency coin. And people flocked to it. He made $300 million in a matter of 2 weeks.
Yep.
And then he pulled the coin off. So that means you can't ever get your money back, right?
Nope.
So, and I lost $10,000 buying up crypto back in 2012, I think it was. And I did it over time. Like I would buy $1,000 worth, $1,000 worth. I still ain't got my money. Because what happened, the reason I'm against cryptocurrency is it can be manipulated. It can be stolen. Trump took that coin right off the market real quick, made 300 million right quick. And now you've lost your money. There's no way to get it back. That's the same thing the guy did that was over my cryptocurrency that I purchased. Now he in prison over in Germany somewhere because he had all these people buying this coin that doesn't exist. And he can just say, I'm done. I'm going to take your money. They don't have to pay you anything. It's not based on anything. It's not backed by anything. It's manipulated. And if you guys want to take a look at my book that I have, I did research on it. The person that created cryptocurrency is in hiding from the federal government all over the world. He has not been heard from since 2012. Nobody can find him. He's changed his identity, changed his name, went out there. He might be out there under another name, but they've been looking for him.
He might be watching this show.
I'm telling you, over 20% of cryptocurrency is just stolen from people's computers. You could log in and, I got $10,000 worth. They can go in and literally take it. It's almost like you vote by computer. That's why they don't let you vote by computer, because it can be manipulated. Cryptocurrency is literally nothing but a pyramid scheme. The ones that get in on the ground floor get all the money. If you get in last, it's based on people continuing to buy. If nobody else buys, you ain't making no money. And
so that's what they meant by. So that's what they meant by mining. Okay, now it's making sense.
Yes,
when it first came out, everybody used to talk about that crypto mining all the time, and I'm like, do you have people really out there in the field digging a hole? But now, listening to how you broke it down,
it's a digital mining. And actually, it's really, really bad on the environment if we just want to go there, because it uses all the wind energy. It uses water, because think of cryptocurrency as like a big old Rubik's Cube. Anybody remember the Rubik's Cube from back in the day, that little game that you could sit here and do this? I'm old. I'm telling on myself. Okay. Look how DA looking at me like, I don't know what you talking about.
Oh, he old enough. He knows.
But it was a game in your hand called the Rubik's Cube. That's what mining does.
No, I know what it is. I know what it is.
Oh, okay. It keeps coming up with different
I'm just putting it together in my head.
And that mining is really hard on the environment. So if it hits on your formula, almost like a lottery ticket, boom, then you win. And it just keeps doing this, keeps flipping, changing the number, boom, you win. But let's say you win. Guess what they can do? Flip the number in a second. And you'll be like, did I? What happened? Everybody I know that has said that I'm a millionaire in cryptocurrency, try to get the money out. You're going to have a hard time turning that into cash.
Wow.
So that's me. I'm against cryptocurrency because it's just foolishness. It's just a mess they made up, and the man that made it up is hiding. So my opinion is we don't want to do anything else where anybody can manipulate us.
Right.
We want our own money from our own buildings, our own property, our own gold, our own stock options, all of these different things in our own businesses. No more of depending on them and putting our money in all of these little products that they push to us. And then they just playing with our money and taking our money. As much money as we put in a 401k, everybody in here should be millionaires. Mm-hmm. And by the time you get 59, you look and be like, I done worked 30 years and all I got is 20,000. How did that happen?
Yeah.
Life happens. Your money needs to move. It needs to
I
be
want to
moving.
ask you this question right here while we still have time. This question while we have time. Some people came in a little bit later. So what is one thing that we should absolutely stay away from? And what is one thing that we should kind of lean more towards when it comes to this financial stability?
So the one thing I'm going to say too, the 401k and the crypto, absolutely stay away from them. The thing that we should really move towards is businesses, property, and gold and silver.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad you said that
So
because that was my question. So you keep mentioning gold and silver, and coming from our community, when we think of gold, we think of like gold necklaces, stuff like that. Is that what you're talking about, or are you talking about actual gold bars? And if so, how do we go about getting that?
Yes, I'm talking about actual gold bars. Now, they break down gold bars for the chains. So but a gold bar is very expensive. So the gold bars start out as coins. They're a little bigger than a quarter, and it's 1 ounce of gold or 1 ounce of silver. It might cost you 70, $80 an ounce for silver. For gold, it might cost you $250 an ounce. But if you could do 250, get you one every few months, get you 6 of them a year. I'm telling you, that's more than you putting hundreds of thousands in a 401k.
Where would we go to get them?
So you can start out the usmint.com. So they will try to get you to buy in larger volumes. You don't have to do that. You can buy 1 or 2 coins at a time, or you can set up deductions out where you can have it automatically shipped to your home. And don't let them hold it, because they'll say, oh, we're going to keep your silver here. I don't need you to keep my money. I put my money right here in the safe in my closet or in my safe deposit box. I don't want anybody else keeping my money, because that's the other thing that happened. They'll keep your money in a vault, and it's over there in DC somewhere or Germany, and you'll never see that money. Ship me my money and then put it in your closet. The U.S. Mint. I am trying right now in the process of trying to become a gold distributor. So I will let y'all know on that, because that way you can get 1 or 2 at a time. It ain't nothing you got to do immediately, because that if you get 30 ounces, right, that's that $42,000. Okay. So the 1 ounce of gold, all you need is 30 of them. Actually, all you need is 10. So it's not something where you got to have thousands of coins or whatever to make a difference. You don't. If you got 10, you're looking at about $10,000. So that's why I want everybody to get in that goal. When you get ready to, and don't nickel and dime it, oh Lord, I need bread today, I'm gonna cash in my goal. But if you say, you know what, by this time next year, I need to have me $40,000 because I'm gonna buy an apartment building, I'm gonna buy a business, I'm going to do this, do that. You get you 1 ounce of gold a month. That's all you do. Put it in your closet. And then they have a currency exchange at any airport. Also, if you're in Michigan, in Detroit, at the duty-free shop across the border where you go to Canada, you can go right in there and cash in that money. We're talking about 1 coin, $7,000 to $10,000, depending on where the dollar is. Okay. So that's where I want us to go. Precious metals, you off the grid, you building wealth in your closet. And nobody knows about it. And then when these hard times hit, which we're about to be in right now, you ain't panicking. You ain't got to run around and panic. You got money in the closet. You got money in the closet that nobody can tax. Nobody can take from you. Nobody can do anything.
All right, go ahead, DA. You had a question, DA?
No, because I was going to ask her about when you said gold coins, would it matter? Coins or bullion?
I would always say stick with bullion.
Okay.
Because if you go to the U.S. Mint, they have all these commemorative coins.
Right.
You don't forget that. That's crap. You don't want none of that. You want it'll be 99.97. I don't think it's going to give you the full 100. 99.97 1 ounce gold bullion coin or silver bullion coin. And if you don't have them, and if the gold goes up, which is probably going to keep going up. So when you get the first one, it might be 150. The next one you get, it might be worth 200. It might cost you 200. But the silver is always going to be 50, 75%. If you want to start with the silver, you can cash in your silver to buy up to the gold. With the silver, great too. You just would need a little more of them to make your mark in the world and do what you need to do.
All right.
But if you can't afford the gold, if you say $200 a month, that's just too much. Start with that silver. That's absolutely fine, because that's where I started. Silver.
Are you a like, where can people find you? Like, are you like a public figure where they can go like your page if they have questions, comments, or anything? Or if they need information?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So my website is called, Valencia must not be on here. My website is wealthadvisorysolutions.org. And I can't type it in the comment. Can I type a comment?
Can you? I thought y'all.
Well,
somebody popped something on you on.
Oh,
Facebook.
they did? Okay.
Yeah.
Yolanda, if you out there, can you put wealthadvisorysolutions.org? I also have an email where you can reach me directly, support@wealthadvisorysolutions.org. And then definitely you can IM me, Tammy Genwright. My Facebook page is going to be wealthadvisorysolutions.org. And on Amazon, you can look up the book, What's in Your Hands. Now, there's another book out there called What's in Your Hands, which Amazon did not tell me that. So just put What's in Your Hands by Tammy Genwright, and it'll pop right up.
Okay. How long ago did you write the book?
You know, the book has been in process in my Word drive for about 6 or 7 years.
It's not bad.
Just sitting there because I was too scared to get up and do what the Lord had told me to do years ago. And so now it's like, okay, this fool in office, I can't, I gotta quit being disobedient. I gotta tell people what you put in me and told me to do. So the book actually, it's been getting published since August, but it's been a couple of issues here and there with the printing. So I would say it's probably been out there rolling since the end of last year.
Okay. So it's updated information. That was the reason why I asked you that.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. It's only been out there about 3 months, probably not even that long, the end of January. Yep, updated information.
I got one question before we get ready to close out. Because one, I know we're going to end up doing a part 2 to this because we've already talked about.
I'm here. Whatever you need, I'm here. I'm here.
So, as far as banks, what is one or two of the best banks to use?
Did I do that in front of everybody? Okay. If you must, which I have money in the bank, I'm not against it. I have mine with Bank of America. I don't recommend that. I was an employee, so I still got a full employee account that ain't charging me no bunch of fees. I would just say stick with the credit union because they're not out to make a profit. They're just out to do little things in the community. Now, the credit union does not have the Zelle and the capabilities that a bank does. They're getting it. They're getting there. So if it's stuff like I also kept Bank of America because my niece was in college and I could Zelle her money and she'd get it immediately, stuff like that. Or I could, so that was before I had PayPal and all of that, but Bank of America brought that out and I was like, okay, I could just get money to her. But what banks are starting to do now is they don't even want your cash. They want to track you. That's all they doing. We had to ask if you come in the bank with $10,000 cash or go out the bank with $10,000 cash, they want to know why. Or if you come in with money or anything, they want to track everything you do. Just like on your phone. If me and my husband the other day were talking about going to Olive Garden or something, and next thing I know, an Olive Garden coupon popped up on my phone. I was like, Are they listening to me? So that's what banks are doing. They're buying this information to track you, find out where you are. That's why I started doing the gold. Because I was like, y'all can't, you tracking my phone, you tracking my bank accounts, you tracking my credit cards, my debit cards, my Facebook, whatever, my search engine on Google. So they know what you have. So that's why I do agree with Dave Ramsey on one thing when he says, go back to doing more cash. Now, I can't live out of an envelope. That's just me. But different things, we need to go back to cash in the closet. I mean, with our gold in the closet, because the banks, all they want to do is track you. And they're just trying to get a little piece of your money. The bank is not there for your best interest at all. I'm here to tell you, at all. It's all about them. Now, credit union will try to do more for the community service, the outreach, give more money. They'll try to give you a little bit of interest here and there, but they're not charging you to that. So if you have to, I would say either a small community bank or a credit union. Not no Wells Fargo, Chase, or Bank of America. None of them. And I work for several years.
Credit unions track you too, because
that's true. They catching up and doing it too.
I made a withdrawal, and it was like, okay, before you get this money, you gotta sign this paper where they asked you why you taking it out, what it's for.
Oh, now that's federal.
Yeah,
that's federal right there. Oh, and even if you don't fill out a paper, trust me, they're gonna make small talk to find out how you got that money, and then they're writing it down on their paper on the other side of the counter. Because we had to do that. Ooh, had a good day at work today. How'd you get this money? We had to make small talk to get in your business.
Yeah. What's your plans for the weekend?
Yeah. Ooh, got a lot of money. You must have a good plan coming up. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the wrong one to ask that question, because I'll tell you something crazy. Yeah, I'm about to get a kilo of Coke, and we finna woo.
Okay, yeah, you don't want to do that in that bank. They'll shut that lock down, and that police will be in 30 seconds.
Yeah, bro, we still alive, we still alive,
I told you, I'm the one.
Still alive.
Well, look, DJ, DA, and TK, I love y'all. Thank you.
Thank you. We love you back.
Thank you so much. I feel like I done what the Lord told me to do. Amen. Thank you.
So after we end the show, don't log off just yet, okay? After we end it, just stay right there, and because I have a couple things I want to mention, so don't leave after we log off.
All right.
If I would have anything to take away from this particular episode, I mean, it's so much. I mean, I got notes and notes. I've been writing the whole time. I'm definitely going to be reaching out to you, ma'am, about some more information. I appreciate your time. Everyone else, please share this with someone. Go back and watch it. This is great information, great knowledge. So let's get this word out.
Okay, so we got one more question in the comments before we end. It says, what about precious gems? Are they a good investment?
What about what's that?
Precious gems.
Precious gems.
Precious gems. So like diamonds, things like that? Yes. That's good too. That is very good. A lot of times we think of diamonds like in our jewelry, and that's amazing. But you can also buy diamonds just like you buy gold. Anything that comes from this earth, God has put it, it's biblical that these are things of value. So yes, if you have precious gems, that's amazing too.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, you have any takeaways, bro?
I got a lot of to be honest, this wasn't what I expected, but as I sat back and listened, it was what I needed. And if I needed it, then I know it's a lot of people that's paying attention that's going to see this need it as well. A lot of information. Some things I did not know. I'm still learning. I'm still I always been a student of everything of life. So anything I can learn and better myself and pass on to somebody else, I'm down for it. I really appreciate the information that you gave because it got me thinking about different things. And the thing that stands out to me the most from this whole thing is how you tied everything into the Bible. And like I'm not, they'll tell you, you see, I cuss like a sailor and all that stuff. So yeah, but
Heathen.
it's one is cool, and two, it really makes you sit back and like maybe there's something to the things that are going on and the things that are said in the Bible. Maybe you need to start paying attention little bit more than just sitting there. God, God made dirt, dirt don't hurt type stuff.
Put it in my let it work.
Yeah,
Whoa, you showing your age right now.
For real, for real, for real. Mhm.
well,
But
again,
yeah, God tells us what He wants us to do with our money, and He will bless everything we do. And He's telling us don't follow them. That was a plan to keep us hooked for 50, 60 years, and it worked. Now it's time for something else. Nobody got the outcome they expected when they got these good jobs. And then you try to retire.
right.
TK, it's in your hands, man.
All right. I pulled so much stuff over here. I got a nice little list of stuff, and it's funny to me. I was just having a conversation a couple of days ago about the seven incomes, the streams of income, and then here you come with it, and I'm like, message.
Oh, that's a sign.
So I'm like, okay, I guess I need to get working and figure out what these seven. Well, I'm gonna say 8, but I'm gonna really say 7 because
Come on.
I'm trying to cancel out the job.
What I'm saying is, nobody should be able to figure you out. If you go to work every day the same way, every day the same job, all day, every day, then they're gonna find you, they're gonna figure you out, they're gonna take your money, and then you go. But if I'm over here in this goal over here, you don't have no control over my wealth building. I'm building it over here in silence, in quiet, where nobody knows it. And all of a sudden, when I come out, I'm like, okay, yeah, I got my job, and that's good. But I'm gonna get to the point where I'm ready to leave that because I'm tired of y'all. I don't want to be bothered with you every day. So that job every day, all day, that's another way to control you. This is where you gonna sit all day, every day in your little cubicle and can't see the sunlight. God didn't mean that. That wasn't His plan at all for our life. Not at all. And then the residuals of that is we gone all the time. We can't raise our kids. We losing our marriages. We got sickness. We tired. We can't even. That wasn't God's plan for our life at all.
Definitely. So, Tammy, as we're ready to close for tonight, do you have anything that's coming up? You already gave your information for your pages and how to get in contact with you, or anything you want to say to close out tonight? Message for the people.
Yes, I do have a book signing coming up in May. I'm going to put that out on my Facebook page. Praise the Lord. And several events that I'm planning for this year. And so these will be in person in Dallas, but I can do them virtual as well so that people can take a deep dive. And I'm going to walk with you every step of the way. We're going to get this goal rolling. We're going to get these 7 streams rolling. And so I'm looking for, this should be a very busy year. So just stay on the Facebook page and we're going to get it rolling.
Yes. That's what I'm
well, hopefully I'll be able to get TK up here in May. And we'll be at that book signing. So
love it. Absolutely. That would be wonderful. That would be amazing.
Me too, DA.
Right.
Come on.
Do you want to do your
I just need a date. Just give me a date.
We already got to work on the other date as we is too.
So hopefully it'll be around that same time. That's what I was thinking. So yeah, as far as Are you talking to me about my outro or DA? Who are you asking?
Yeah, you do your if you want. Whoever
Okay.
want to do that.
Yeah. So
Oh,
one
well,
thing
shit,
I'm
I
going to
already
say,
did mine.
well, the only thing I will add is I love the fact um, what she said about getting stuck in that routine, right? Because as we all know, we can call it the devil, the enemy, the ops, whatever you was subscribe to, pays attention to your routine, and in that routine, that's where the ops, the enemy, or the devil plants those strategically planned attacks. That's
Yeah.
how we get knocked off course. It's not by coincidence; it's strategic. So just as strategic as the ops are, we have to be equally as strategic in counteracting. So even with those 7 or 8 streams of income, even if we get a little disruption, we're still able to flow well. So I love that,
That's
ma'am.
right.
Thank you very much, and that's all I got.
And the Bible says the wealth of the just of the unjust will be laid upon the just. This
Yeah.
is the way to transfer that wealth. They won't see us coming.
I love that.
DA, my brother, what you got, man? Anything else?
Like I said, like it's funny. It's funny. I was sitting here listening and a lot of stuff, and when you will hit a certain point, I just want to be like, message, message, because it was a lot of information, like things that we as minorities don't think about. Like you said, 401k. That's all everybody shoved down your throat.
They
401k,
push it down your
401k.
throat. Yeah.
Then on top of that, then they were like, "Oh, put your money in a interest bearing savings account." But this is information that we don't know, and so we get it from these certain people. We're like, "Oh, this is it." And then, like you
Right.
said, when the reality hits, when it's time to retire, you really can't retire. Now you looking like, "Damn, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna be at Walmart. Thank you for coming to
Yeah.
Walmart."
And
So
that's what it
I
is.
hope,
We don't realize it till we about to retire, and then we like,
yeah,
I didn't know. We didn't
yep.
know.
So I hope everybody that's paying attention, everybody that was on tonight, and everybody that's gonna watch this in the future, because I know people are gonna watch it in the future. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. There's so many ways to set yourself up to be successful and to live comfortable even when you don't work.
Right. Because God's wealth also includes peace and joy, not
Yep,
just working yourself to death.
Peace
yep,
and joy. I like that.
So,
TK.
and that's the main thing. He not giving us wealth so we can buy a Birkin bag. He's giving
mm-mm,
us wealth so that we can have peace, we can have joy. With that peace and that joy, we can bring others on. We can tell them about God's word. We can tell them everything you looking for is in that Bible. He's telling us what he wants us to do. Then the verse after that says, and I will bless every step you make. Something like that. It don't say that. But bless every venture you take. Something like that it says. He waiting on us.
Yeah, that's good.
He want to give us the money and the joy and the peace at the same time.
And I want it all.
And I want it all.
yeah,
I want it all.
yeah.
Definitely. Okay. Well, I very much enjoyed this episode, and I thank you
Oh,
for
thank you. Thank you.
on. You don't know how long we've been trying to have this episode, as we are coming into our 4th year. Next week actually will be our 4-year
Wow,
anniversary,
that's awesome. That's
and we've been
amazing.
trying to have this
Y'all doing some
episode.
wonderful things here. This is awesome. I
Thank
love
you,
it.
thank you. And we've
I love
been
it.
trying to have this episode for about 3 years, like literally.
Wow.
So
Yes,
this,
Sharetta called me because
But
I
we have
had
to
did
wait
her
for you.
podcast years ago.
yes, I remember.
And praise God,
So
she
you know what
remembered
happened, right?
What?
We had to wait for you to get that book published.
Come on now. And for me to quit being scared.
Ah,
That's
see,
it.
there you go. There you go.
And yeah,
Message.
you right, DJ. You right. That's
There you
it.
go.
I wasn't ready. But
So that's a blessing by itself. So hey, sometimes that timing is everything, and it be on God's timing, not our timing. So
do.
that
You telling the
works
truth.
out even better. Everything just nicely aligns when it's on.
You
His
telling
time.
the truth.
We don't
Ooh,
have
you
to
telling
rush.
the truth.
Yes. So I do thank you. And of course, we've already talked about the part two, you coming on even
All
on
right,
part
holla at me.
to come do this, because this is the information we know, and we're just barely scratching the surface.
We have
Information
barely
we have
scratched the surface.
that's needed. So this
We
was
just got to
awesome.
flip the way we think about things. Then now we're
Yes.
going to get to work.
There you
Right.
go. And I have so much great information. And one of the things I love that you mentioned is that you got a trademark. A lot of us don't know about the trademarks. So I thought that was,
Yes, you saw that.
I did. I said, all
Mhm.
right, I see she real. You said trademark. All right, real.
Yes, 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 yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes.
Yeah,
And
you're
a lot
right.
of, and I'm glad that you're also not what I want to call you ain't stingy. You're wanting to share this
He's not
information
a
to
gatekeeper.
help us.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I want everybody to know because
Mm.
I'm telling you, all my friends and family, they'll be like, okay, I done messed up on my taxes. I need you to come do my taxes for me, or I need you to so what I've been doing is saying, I'm gonna show you what you need to do from January to December to get your paper at tax time. Because if you tell me I go to this lady and every
Oh.
year I get $250 back,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I get 15 to 25,000 back every year. And I'm gonna show everybody how to do it.
Yep.
You
That's
got
well.
to
Yep.
get your businesses. It's in your business. The
That
Mm.
deductions
right.
are in your business.
That right there.
That's another income stream for
Mm.
me that come in April every year. So I know that's coming. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, we just scratching the surface.
Oh yes,
Okay.
yes.
Look forward to
So
this next chapter, next part. Yeah.
oh
All
yeah.
right, all right. We can sure do that.
Yeah.
We can sure do that
Yeah.
because the thing to building wealth is not only to build it, but not lose it. That's
Same
what's
Yes.
thing.
happening. We building it
That's
and it's
it.
going out the back door in taxes, in fees, in
That's it.
penalties, in oh, your money, you just the stock market's down. You just lost all your money. No, we ain't doing that no more.
No. We ain't doing
No,
that.
no, no, no. I'm making money and y'all taking it. No, we ain't doing that
Yeah.
no more.
No. I feel you on that one. So we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna get ready to close out for
All
tonight.
right.
Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on the YouTube. And please like
Absolutely.
and follow our Facebook page so you can know when we are on. And you can also go back and catch up on any previous episodes. We've had some super amazing episodes in the last few weeks.
Yes, I've been watching them.
Yes, that either gonna make you cry, they gonna give you some kind of peace, or they gonna bless you in some kind of way. So definitely check
Mm-hmm.
out. We have episodes even before that that have been even amazing. So definitely check us out. But we greatly appreciate y'all for y'all love and support. On that note, as we get ready to close out, everybody in the comments, we thank y'all for being active, sending in the comments and following and everything like that. Before we close out, uh, I lost my dad today.
Mm.
Oh,
Today?
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So to Kenneth McIntyre,
Oh
I
my
love you
God.
always, Pops.
Sis,
Yes. So that's been a hard one, but hey, I'm
I
here.
am so sorry.
And thank you.
I didn't know it was today. Oh my Lord.
It was today.
It's right
So
around 2:30 this
Oh my
about
afternoon.
God.
2:30. So I'm blessed though. I'm blessed for the memories. Many memories. I'm blessed to everybody that came out to the hospital to see him, that drove for hours and miles just to say, we thank you and we love you for how you showed up for us. We've had so much love that's come into my dad, and I'm thankful just for being able to share him with people and they seeing how amazing of a man he is. So to my dad, man, hey, I love you always, man.
Oh my
That's my
God.
man.
Praise the Lord, girl. I just thank you for even being here today.
And you know the
Oh my
funniest
God.
thing, I told the fellas the other day because I didn't know what was going to happen, and I was like, "Y'all got it." And some kind of way, I still got pulled on here and just ended up on here anyway.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, I will definitely be praying for you and your family. Oh my goodness.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so
Mm,
much.
mm, mm.
So on y'all, on that note,
TK,
go ahead.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I set back intentional because I saw you pushing and fighting. So that's why I fell back, and it's all love all the time.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Always, always.
Ooh.
So
Everybody say, hey.
He's so silly.
he ain't got 2 licks of sense at all.
None.
None. But thank y'all for the love and prayers. Y'all just keep my family lifted up, and we will continue to make it another day. And on this note, okay, we out.
Can't wait to see y'all again.
Definitely.
Don't leave yet. Don't leave.
Yeah, what's up with it? Do it cause I love it and I stuck with it. We ain't with the subbing in the cut with it. Please, none of the talks, I heard enough of it. Like, what you gonna do? Where you at? Who you with? You ain't really about this. Don't talk about it. Really on the move.